Let's begin. I need you to picture the first time you saw him.
The Second Hand was a great short film, a great story that was told in this short amount of time, but it felt complete. So I thought short film-wise, it was really, really well done. Like, I felt like I got the whole picture in this short amount of time without missing anything. I really loved this concept. The reveal at the end was great with Cleo being an ex. I liked that she didn't punish the wife in the end. She just punished this abusive husband. The acting was great. The effects were really cool. Although minimal, I thought it was really effective and worked really well. Yeah, so the Second Hand, the concept was really, really cool. And just seeing her constantly walking through that light and having the foreshadowing in the beginning of seeing the end scenes at the beginning of the film, so you're constantly in anticipation of that, was also well done and kept me in my seat. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was a great concept.
What a twist. I certainly wasn't expecting this to turn into a revenge story. I figured he was possessive, but that wouldn't be an ex of his causing revenge and be a part of the occult to be able to erase memories and shuffle people around. That definitely made it a very interesting twist. It made it worth watching for that alone, because it's something that was completely unexpected. I loved the music at the end. It went with it where it was kind of happy, but you knew the guy was miserable. It kind of played into the revenge scheme very, very well, to have him stuck hearing happy music as his new girl gets a life of peace, hopefully. It's kind of the theme that they suspect he won't ever change, his first girlfriend, so give someone else a happy chance.
I was hooked right away from the start with Second Hand. The intrigue was there right from the beginning. It was really interesting. I loved the music and the editing, the special effects as well. Even the ending, it was very, very interesting and really cool. And I loved how everything just came together. I felt like I was watching something on Netflix. It was really great.
The Second Hand. I thought this was a good original take on the revenge fantasy theme. The actress playing Cleo was really strong in her spiritual force, really well played. I liked the use of the lit bedroom door as an entryway, I guess, for dimensions other than our world. And I liked the twist at the end where we find out Cleo is a former girlfriend of the husband character. And I also like the subtle effect of the lion's growl that you could hear in Cleo's voice when she was going through her spiritual transformation. That was really, really effective. And overall, just a really good concept. Thank you.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film, The Second Hand. I thought that this was really wonderfully inventive. I really especially enjoyed sort of the trance like seance sequences. It felt like you did a lot with what I'm guessing is like a black box theater or something. And it was, I thought, really effective and just a really, really cool way to sort of depict all that. I also thought that you did a really great job of depicting, the sort of abusive relationship that doesn't necessarily bubble over into actual violence, but is constantly like, defined by threats and just that sort of simmering rage just below the surface. And, that's a testament both to the writing and the actors in this thing. And the direction, of course, too. All of it I thought was really coming together nicely. And, it was really, I think, doing a lot to sort of realistically depict a certain type of relationship and the lengths somebody might go to get out of it. I loved the ending. I loved that that your main character essentially just sort of found herself away from this controlling guy. And you know, even if it wasn't necessarily a healthy choice to go back to smoking, it was her choice. You know, really, really nice job with this. I really enjoyed it. Very well done.
The second hand was very interesting. Um, it very much had a deal with the devil kind of element to it, where thankfully our protagonist gets out of it okay, but it very much has that kind of tension to it where you're not sure what kind of deal she just agreed upon. Um, I also like the twist that it went from kind of being a deal with the devil story to a revenge story where you learn more about uh, the husband. You've learned he has a darker past to him. I believe he has an element of adultery to him, and because of this, the deal wasn't necessarily for her. By proxy, this was actually this was a deal for the husband who unintentionally, not unintentionally, but essentially this was all pre-made for him. This was his deal, whether he liked it or not. And that twist was definitely enjoyable. All in all, it was a very tense short, and I had a lot of fun watching it.
The second hand, um, I thought this was so interesting and so clever. I loved how the story felt like it unfolded to us as the audience, where you didn't really understand the scope of it until the very end. Um, but they gave you some of those pieces and some of those, moments at the very beginning. You just didn't understand how they all truly fit together until the end. Uh, so I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really well done. It gave you enough information that you didn't feel like you were completely grasping at straws and not understanding what's happening, but it didn't give you the full scope until the end, which I really enjoyed. That was a good twist, and I thought it was well done. uh I loved how they worked this. I loved how when she's kind of like guiding her, or like, you know doing these sessions, as it were, with her, she starts off like relatively normal, or you're not overly, curious or, skeptical about what's happening. And then as they continue and you get closer and closer to the end, they just feel a little bit more sinister, and they feel a little bit more like pushing for control, and really, instead of kind of guiding her in a direction, pushing her in a direction. Um, and then obviously you get this big pinnacle where she essentially disappears, and he goes, looking, and he finally figures out the whole thing. And then as they're arguing, you see him being pushed back, and like as an audience member, you immediately know something bad is happening, and like you can immediately tell, like, oh, this is just part of the plan. It was always part of the plan that he would come and have everything revealed to him. um and I thought that was so well done. I really enjoyed that. um like I said, that kind of twist at the end I thought was really excellent.